Hello everyone, welcome to Gallant IAS. In the last video of this series, we have discussed about a concept called private member bill. We have analyzed that because of various reasons, only this much, a very minimum number of bills, private member bills were passed by the parliament. Okay, so based on that topic, now we are going to frame a model question and we will try to address that question in a UPSC format. Okay, so the question is, since independence, only a very few number of private member bills were passed in the central legislature of the largest democracy in the world, that is in the Parliament of India. Should private member bills be treated at par with public bills? I repeat the question. Since independence, only a very few number of private member bills were passed in the central legislature of the largest democracy in the world. The question says that in our country, in India, only a very limited number of private bills were passed. So this shows that there are some reasons behind that we are supposed to address here. Fine. Second part of the question, should private member bills be treated at par with public bills? Should we treat private bills equal to public bills? This shows that there are another kind of bills called public bills. It has certain advantages or privileges. So more number of public bills are getting passed and this private bills has less privileges, so only less number of bills are being passed, and should we treat both in a same manner? That is the question asked here. So these various dimensions we are supposed to write in a UPSC answer. So in introduction part, we will begin with, since the concept is regarding private member bill, we will begin an intro. What is a private member bill? A bill introduced by a member who is not a minister. Okay, or a private member is a member who is not a minister, and a bill introduced by such a private member is called a private member bill. A nice intro. Okay, and this question says that India is the largest democracy and central legislature passing only less number of private member bills. So we are supposed to write the importance or necessity or significance of private member bill. See, there are some significance or reasons for these kind of private member bills. So we are supposed to write that. The same points which we discussed in the previous session. It reflects the stand of opposition. It can deal with any issues ignored by the government. Okay, so in kind of private bills, all representatives can actively engage in lawmaking. So whenever you write an answer for UPSC examination, if possible, try to write in bullet points. So you can save a lot of time and you can add more points to it. And rather than writing in a paragraph manner, try to write your answer in bullet points. That makes your answer more attractive. See, you can write in bullet points, okay, or you can write a spider diagram like this, importance, and write opposition views. You can write issues ignored by government and all representatives actively participating lawmaking. So this kind of diagrammatic manner also you can present your points. This looks your paper attractive. Fine, either write in this manner, point by point, or make a diagram, a spider diagram. This is called a spider diagram, okay? Or make a spider diagram and give some wings and write your points though. Okay, now we are moving to the main part of the question, that is reasons for less passage of private member bills. Give a separate head subheading, reasons for less passage of private member bills, and write in bullet points. The private member or the opposition lacks majority support, and you explain because the majority is with the government, particularly in case of Lok Sabha. Likewise, you explain your point. Okay, and private member bill requires 1 month notice period to discuss that matter, and drafting is the responsibility of that concerned private member bill. The same points which you discussed in the previous session. There is a not stressing on that those points. Okay, so this is the manner you have to write an answer. Here drafting is with the responsibility of the concerned private member, but in case of public member bill, the law department or the concerned department will give the technical expertise to the concerned minister. Okay, then what? Only limited time is allotted. Limited time allotted for discussing private member bill. Example, usually Fridays or alternative Fridays are taken up for discussing private member bill. Likewise, you give your answer. Okay, and then you write, because of these so and so reasons, in our country till now only 14 private member bills become act. Now you are quoting a data. This is an authentic data. So you have made intro, write the importance in a diagrammatic manner. You showed the reasons with examples. The example is there in your answer. Diagram is there in your answer. Various subheadings is there in your answer. And you have quoted a data. A data is also there in your answer. Now what we do is read the second part of the question. Should a private member bill be treated at par with public bills? This is your opinion. You can write yes, it should be treated, but you must justify your points because of the so and so reason, or we will get so and so advantages. Private bills can be treated similar to public bills. You must justify your answer again using various points. If your answer is no, private bill should not be treated similar to public bill, then also you give your points because of so and so reason. Public bill should be distinguished or differentiated from private bills. You must justify your points though, if possible with examples. Then you give your suggestions. See, second part of the course is your opinion, your personal opinion. Should it be treated? You can say yes, but justify your points. You can say no, then also justify your points and give with a suitable suggestion. How to improve this private member bill, or how we can get past more number of private member bills. You can say by allotting more time for discussion. Now only Fridays are given. Okay, by allotting more time for discussion, or government should consider the views of the opposition. Likewise, and also the private member can get the support of law department or any other departments for drafting the concerned bill. Likewise, you can give your own suggestions. Then end up with a dynamic conclusion showing the values of our democracy. In this time, you can even quote, you can even mention any of the quotes. Okay, so a suitable quote I can suggest to you is Rig Veda says that, let the winds of knowledge blow in from every corner. Let the wind of knowledge or the winds of knowledge blow in from every corner. Rig Veda. You quote this. Let the winds of knowledge blow in from every corner - Rig Veda, and says that in a participative democracy or in a truly democracy, the views of people from all the parts of the country must be taken up for a national purpose or for a national lawmaking. So you relate this quote to our conclusion. Don't end up with just simply writing this quote. No, you must explain this quote through our participative democracy. In that manner, if you wind up your answer, you can get more marks. So now introduction is there, definition is there, various subheadings is there, diagram is there, examples is there, data is there, your suggestions is there, and a beautiful quote showing the values of democracy is also there. Now your answer looks more dynamic and more attractive, and there is high possibility that you can score an above average mark for these kind of answers. Fine. So this is a general method of writing answer. There are various methods. So select the best method which suits you. Okay. And for more answer writing practices, you can subscribe our test series. Okay. That is available there. You can subscribe our test series for more answer writing practices. Okay then, bye.